Hi, it's Michelle from Movement Lessons, and a lot of people have concerns with neurological impairment, or even if they're an athlete, about the way the leg presents to the pelvis through the ligaments and through the muscles here, hamstrings, glutes, all of that you hear being, quote, tight. And a lot of people believe that stretching and all of that is the way to create movement. However, they can stretch for 5,000 years. And again, with something like cerebral palsy, that's more than true with these kids, the stretching and the Botox. And they don't take into consideration all the intricacies that go through the pelvis and the spine. And here's just, again, one of the lessons that I do to show how presenting how the pelvis moves in relationship to the hip joint, especially as the pelvis, watch as the pelvis comes back on the thigh muscles. And the reason I'm working on that, see, most people when they start going back, especially if they have impairment, want to go into startle, inflection, on all of those fun words that you hear, or that, but by supporting the system actually with my head, something I sort of came up with or whatever, but just to show how I'm working on how the pelvis works and operates and can move, and it starts changing the way the muscles present up into the hip area, into the pelvis. So that's what this is about. Thanks. So there's a process that we have where we bring the floor to the foot, and it comes to a point where the floor has been there enough that the feet become like little magnets and they look for it. So by me bringing my head here, to actually have my head here, so it allows the pelvis, and you have to do this so slowly. See, if I were to do this, I would still be throwing you, you know? So you have to do this so slowly that the pelvis completely wants to rotate. And then bring it back. But in this position, I now can come under. Now again, it's not under the sit bone, which is more here. I'm just coming right off the tailbone into the edge of the pelvis. But I'm looking to facilitate that same, with the tush, there you go, wants to just arch up like a little puppy dog. And again, if I were to bring my head away and to do this, there's no way, you now have so many muscles engaged that this is, I can't get that tush to do that. And again, you're not leaning up against my head. I'm not pushing my head into you. It's just a connection. So now here, if I were to go under the sit bone and work on, now from here, where the hips are going to change function into the pelvis. There we go. It'll seem sort of like a massage, but I'm literally just lifting with my fingers. But feel too, again, how you're self-correcting and the spine wants to stay with my head. Feel the difference? If it's away, you want to rotate more, which is fine, again. But there we go. I'm just looking to see in what different directions I can go slow enough to get the tush to want to come up, to curve here. Now just to show you again the difference, I haven't worked on that side, so feel. See, you don't know how to even curve the pelvis, or have, what I'm looking for is a tush to come up and look at me, in a sense. But now I'll start on this side. And again, you just come back. Part of it is like, in a sense, a testing, just to see how, and part of it is to see if there's any new conversations. You feel now how much more the belly can round? But also too, again, how much the thigh muscles don't have to do the work that they were doing. So again now, if I take my head away, do you feel the difference? Mm-hmm. See here, you really want to engage the muscles, which is natural. But what I can get away with so much more here with my head. And also here, feel how the chest is so much softer for you to round. Feel too how much quicker the sway is. Again, if I take my head away, feel the difference. See, I can't lift you the same. See? And again, I'm not lifting you with my head. But also, these kind of subtleties are what a child with CP just doesn't know with the pelvis. There we go. So now I'm working on how the pelvis can articulate where the left is going forward and the right's coming back. So I've just got my thumb here on that pelvis. And again, I'll take my head away. See the difference? See now how the shoulder needs to rotate and protect? So on this side too, again, my right hand is not doing much, but again, my right is countering from bringing the left. So even though right now I'm holding the chest, as I'm pulling your tush away this way again, I'm twisting a little bit through the chest, and I'm just looking to see, again, my whole, believe it or not, conversation here is to reorganize how the muscles attach to the hip joint here. Even though the hip is, yes, it's rotating, I'm doing all that, but notice now how when I come here, see how the muscles aren't pulling against me as I can pull, so the tush slowly wants to come off the chair, or at least can rotate on the chair.